So whatever you want to say, the mic is yours.
Salamat mga kapwang Pinoy. Magkita tayo bukas.
Alex Eala just beat Naomi Osaka. And now she is in a WTA 500 final? Drop a Philippine flag right now because we need to talk about what is happening in Washington, D.C. and what it means for everything that comes next. Here is your final score from the semi-final. Alex Eala defeats Naomi Osaka 6-4, 6-2. Naomi Osaka, 4-time Grand Slam champion. 2 US Open titles, 2 Australian Open titles. One of the most recognized athletes in the entire world, not just in tennis. A player who at her best can dismantle anyone on the circuit with that serve, with that forehand, with that sheer presence. Alex Eala beat her 6-4, 6-2 in straight sets in her very first career meeting against Osaka. And now Alex Eala is in the final of the Mubadala DC Open, which is a WTA 500 event. The first WTA 500 final of her career. Let's build the full picture of this week because you cannot appreciate how extraordinary this moment is without seeing the whole path that got her here. Round 1, she beat Zheng Qinwen, former world number 4, 2024 Australian Open finalist, coming back from a set and a breakdown to win 4-6, 6-4, 6-1. 7 consecutive games won from the moment she looked completely out of the match. Round 2, she beat Leylah Fernandez, the defending DC Open champion, 6-2, 7-6. Won the tiebreak 7-1, did not even need a third set. The defending champion was sent home. Quarterfinal, she beat Elina Svitolina, second seed, current top 10 player, 6-3, 6-4. That was her 6th win over a top 10 player this season. And here's the detail that stopped me cold when I read it. That is the exact same scoreline, 6-3, 6-4, that she beat Svitolina in Berlin 6 weeks ago on grass. She just went out and did it again. Same opponent, same score, different surface. Like she was sending a message that the grass court result was not a fluke. It was a statement of who she is now. And then, today, Naomi Osaka, 6-4, 6-2, 4 matches, 4 wins, Leylah Fernandez, Svitolina, Osaka. Do you understand what that list is? That is a combined total of 11 Grand Slam titles between those 4 players. And Alex Eala, 21 years old, in her very first appearance at this tournament, beat all 4 of them in 1 week. After the Svitolina quarterfinal win, Eala did a Tennis Channel interview on court and got told, right there in front of the crowd, that she was guaranteed to enter the WTA Top 25 on Monday. And the way she reacted to that information in real time, live, unrehearsed, standing on the stadium court in Washington, was something. She said, "That sounds amazing. That sounds so surreal. That sounds actually crazy, but I'm super proud of it." So surreal. Her word. From a player who has spent this entire year delivering results that sound like they came from a movie script. She already had the Birmingham WTA 125 title. She already had the Berlin WTA 500 semifinal. She already had the Wimbledon last 16. She already had the Swiatek win. She was already world number 28. And now she is looking at a top 25 debut, and her word for it is surreal. The crowd in Washington has been something to witness throughout this whole run. When she finished the Svitolina match, she received a prolonged standing ovation before she could even begin her interview. She was asked about the fan support and said, "Amazing, I feel so loved." The atmosphere out there was electric. It was super fun, super intense. Of course, everything is very genuine. When you feel this much love, it's hard to get used to. It always brings a new sentiment, a new type of feeling, and every match is different. Every match is special for its own unique reason, and I think the people feel that. And then she said this, which I keep coming back to. I think they should take away that dreams should be big. You can take inspiration from anything you want, whether it's me or someone else. Just be the best version of yourself, because you never know where that will take you. 21 years old, standing on a tennis court in Washington, D.C., telling people to dream big after just winning a match that put her in the top 25 and sent her to a WTA 500 semifinal. I do not know what the sports equivalent of poetry is, but that is somewhere close to it. Before the Osaka semifinal, she spoke about what the moment meant to her. She said, "It means a lot. It's the semifinals of a WTA 500. Of course, playing Naomi makes it even more special. She's such an accomplished player and has made waves both on and off the court for such a long time. So I'm really excited for this matchup. It's super fun, super fun." And then she went out and won 6-4, 6-2. Super fun indeed. Now she is in the final, and standing across the net from her on Sunday will be Jessica Pegula, the first seed, world number 5. An American playing on essentially home soil in Washington, D.C., the city where she won her very first career WTA title back in 2019. Pegula beat Diana Schneider 7-5, 6-4 in the other semifinal. She has been solid all week, finding her rhythm match by match. And she is exactly the kind of player who saves her very best tennis for the biggest stages. Pegula is a former top 3 player in the world. She is one of the most consistent performers on tour year after year. Never has the flashiest wins, but always there in the late rounds of the biggest events. She reached the quarterfinals or beyond at 3 Grand Slams in 2024. She feeds off crowd energy in Washington because this city knows her. And she came into this tournament by her own admission less than perfectly prepared. She had a packed post-Wimbledon social schedule, barely enough time to get herself ready, and she still made the final. That is how dangerous she is, even at 80%. But here is what Eala has right now that Pegula is going to have to deal with. Momentum, the likes of which very few players produce in a single week. She has gotten sharper with every match. The Zheng match was a comeback. The Fernandez match was a statement. The Svitolina match was a masterclass. The Osaka match was a demolition. Each win has been cleaner than the last. And Pegula is going to be walking into a final against a player who is peaking at exactly the right moment. And there is also this. If Eala wins on Sunday, she does not just win her first WTA 500 title. She breaks into the top 20 of the WTA rankings. Top 20 in the world. The first Filipino woman ever to reach that level. Think about what that means for the US Open, which is less than a month away. WTA seedings at Grand Slams are assigned based on rankings. Being top 20 seeded at the US Open means a protected draw in the first week. You do not get placed against a top 10 player in round 1 or 2. It means a completely different path to the second week. A title in Washington this Sunday does not just matter for this week. It changes the entire structure of Alex Eala's US Open campaign and potentially her trajectory for the rest of the season. The DC Open Final. Alex Eala versus Jessica Pegula, a 21-year-old Filipino in her first ever appearance at this tournament, unbeaten all week against a battle-hardened American home favorite who has won here before. Every player she faced this week was supposed to be the one who stopped her. None of them could. This is it. This is the match. Whatever happens in the final, what Alex Eala has done this week in Washington, D.C. is already historic. No Filipino woman has ever reached a WTA 500 final. No Filipino player has ever been ranked inside the top 25 before Monday.